Daniel Goldman has a target on his back as he heads into Tuesday as the frontrunner in a crowded Democratic primary for a New York district that covers Lower Manhattan and parts of Brooklyn. Goldman, a former federal prosecutor and an heir to the Levi Strauss fortune, entered the 10th district race after suspending a bid for New York Attorney General, joining an internecine fight that includes around a dozen candidates. Buoyed by an endorsement from the New York Times and a poll last week showing him leading the pack, he's drawn fire from his left, as progressive rivals accuse him of being a conservative Democrat who's trying to buy the seat with his wealth. Goldman, who served as Democrats' lead counsel during then-President Donald Trump's first impeachment proceedings, has poured some $4 million of his own money into the race and has staked out more centrist positions on health care, student debt cancellation, and Supreme Court expansion. Anti-abortion Democrat tries to flip North Dakota's only House seat. State Assemblymember Elaine Nayu and Rep. Mondaire Jones, both progressive candidates for the 10th district, held a joint press conference last week convened specifically to oppose him. Conservative Democrat Dan Goldman cannot be allowed to purchase this congressional seat, certainly not in one of the most progressive congressional districts in the country, and not at a time when our democracy is in crisis, Jones said. Jones continued his attacks on Goldman 2 days later in a primary debate. "I know the economic pain that people are feeling because I grew up in Section 8 housing and on food stamps, raised by a young, single mom. I can't imagine this district sending someone to Congress who's worth $253 million, he said last Wednesday, referring to Goldman's wealth. In the aftermath of a messy redistricting process, Jones, who currently represents New York's 17th district, chose to seek re-election in the new 10th district rather than face a member versus member primary against Rep. Sean Maloney, Democrat New York, chairman of House Democrats' campaign arm, in his current district, or against ally Rep. Jamal Bowman in another nearby district. Other candidates in the race include New York City Councilwoman Carlina Rivera and former Rep. Elizabeth Holtzman. Goldman received a sarcastic endorsement from the ex-president in the homestretch of the race. In a post on his social media platform, Trump called Goldman honorable, fair, and highly intelligent. "While it was my honor to beat him, and beat him badly, Dan Goldman has a wonderful future ahead," Trump wrote on Truth Social last week, adding it was his great honor to strongly endorse him. Goldman responded to Trump's faux endorsement by calling it an attempt to meddle in the election. "This is a pathetic attempt at fooling Democrats who are far smarter than Trump is, and it's clear that only one candidate in New York 10 is living rent-free in Trump's head," he said in a statement.